Morning, morning, all. Let's see if you can hear me. Yes, you can hear me. Good. Is there a delay? No, there's no delay. Is there a delay in the mic? Mic between camera. I need to see if there's a delay between the mic and the camera. As far as I can see, there should not be a delay between the mic and the camera. Yeah, I have the delay set. That's your like there. Yes, sir. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. All right. Massive lot Monday. Let's get it. Let's get it on Monday. Let's see what we're doing here. Let's see what we're doing. Massive lot Monday. All right. So GJ weekly, very nice close on the weekly here. We did close above this resistance here. All right, which is key information. You can argue that this resistance might be a problem, but if this weekly flips and especially starts breaking the high, if you imagine this was a 30-minute time frame, this is really looking good. So first of all, I want to check news. I forgot about that, so let me check news quickly. If we look at news here, today is the 20th. Bank holiday for USD, so New York session is a write-off, or should be a write-off. I mean, I don't see a reason for you guys to be trading New York session, especially if we have bank holiday. It doesn't really make sense to do it because it can cause inconsistencies, and with inconsistencies you can lose. So I wouldn't really waste your time in New York. I mean, I'm sure it will move. It normally works like that on bank holidays. You normally do get a move, but London session should be fine because we are not the GBP banks are not closed, right? Or European banks. So getting back on what I was saying about the weekly closed above this resistance. This is doing something that other candles could not do. We could not close above this resistance 1, 2, and 3 times here, right? So essentially we should expect continuation based off the weekly. Now, if we check the daily, what's happened, daily has now created a support, right? So it's nice to see a support is created, but what we do need to do is we need to get back out this range. So if you look here, we can see that we're kind of at resistance here. We're still inside of the range. Even though we did create support, we're inside the range. But don't let that fool you because the most recent price action here is this resistance. So this resistance should be target for the day essentially, unless we do some crap during the day, right? So 4-hour time frame has created a resistance. You can see how the candles got stronger and stronger and then started to get weaker, and we're kind of rejecting this zone up here. So if we mark this zone up here, you can start to see, right? And where did I take this from? Let me see if I can readjust this. So my lines are not adjusted yet, so this we can bring down to here because this is what we're basically rejecting now, right? And this will just be our 4-hour resistance, and then up here is like a 30-minute resistance as well as our daily resistance. So we'll just move this here. Actually, let me see what that is on the 30. Yeah, so if we move it down to like here, see what that is. Yeah, that should be fine. Anywhere in here, that's like a 30 slash daily resistance. So essentially that's target for today if we were to break up. But this 4-hour candle closing bearish, it doesn't mean sells right away, right? Sells, it doesn't mean just because we saw one bearish candle close here, doesn't mean to sell right away. But we could see some retracement here before seeing some more upside, maybe setting us up for tomorrow, right? So if we are going to see some retracement here, what do we want to see? Because if we are going to see retracement, if you guys haven't checked out my new video, highly advise you to check it out and give that a like as well. About counter trend trading, where I teach you guys how to counter trend trade. Definitely check that out. But if we look at the 1 hour here, we are trying to create lower resistance here. Essentially, the only target you have today is into this 4-hour support here, which I have taken right from back here, right? This is a previous 4-hour support and is also now becoming a 1-hour rejection zone around here, right? So if you're taking sells, that is going to be your target. 15-minute on this closure is a bit tough based on what we have in here, right? So it's not really the best idea to be taking sells, but below here you only have an option of 15 pips to take sells. So what I would prefer to see is actually, even though we have this 4-hour bearish here, I would prefer to look for buys here if we start respecting this low. And for me, sells are going to be below this previous 4-hour support, which should bring us back into this range here if I was going to sell. But see all of these rejections. You guys need to notice price action here. Sells are not being easy, not being easy, not being easy. We broke down here. That was a selling option during Asian session. Now we're back to that point there. And really sells are not the easiest at this point here, right? So I'm not in a rush to sell. What you guys need to understand is if we are going to break down from this point here, we are at the top of the range. So if we're at the top of the range, any closures below this daily support, you have all the time to take sells. I wouldn't be worried about taking sells, and especially after a weekly close like this. Essentially, the more we come down today, we eventually can start to buy a bottom wick, essentially. So we're buying the essentially the weekly bottom wick in anticipation for it to flip, right? So it, don't be caught out on sells. Even though this 30-minute, if this 30-minute here closes in 13 minutes as a bearish candle and breaks the low, there could be an option for counter trend session sells, but it's Monday and I'm not going to force counter trend session sells because we haven't even broken second session structure. This is kind of like what we created here. And if we're still respecting this zone, anywhere between here, anywhere in here, you can expect rejection, which we already saw. So don't be fooled by that and just be a bit patient here. And the buys can actually start to play out even though we see this heavy bearish pressure, right? So I wouldn't be too much in a rush, especially that you see this. This is a big information here, right? This is telling you that this is a no-go zone, right? We don't want to play. Even this ends up coming here, you can see that, right? And possibly we can start taking buys from here when everyone is looking for sells, right? So the majority will look for sells based on that, but maybe it's not a good idea. All right, so that's basically GJ. It's pretty simple. We need to wait for more price action. This low volume bullshit is not what we want to be trading here. So we want to be trading exciting stuff, not boring stuff. For buys today above the 4-hour resistance, of course, makes sense. Let's see what we have here. Essentially, okay. Yeah, so we want to kind of respect these lows. It'd be nice to see respect from these lows and maybe buy from here towards the upside. Trading in here with volume might be a possibility. 13 pips, but above here, we have this 18 pips and 33 pips. So definitely some options here. Will let price play out and give us some more clarity. As for gold, let's have a look at gold. So the gold weekly has closed with a rejection wick and the daily has finally created a support, right? So the daily has created, I would say this is a nice support. When you see a wick like this, something that looks like this, breaks down, closes back above here, it looks good. We just need to start trading above these highs and creating support on lower time frame above these highs to see more continuation. But 4-hour has closed above structure. I did look at this earlier, and you can see how the 4-hour candle here has closed above this structure. So as long as we're respecting this zone here, right, buys can still make sense for the session. If we start closing back into here, this could be a nice fake out and you can get the similar opportunities that we've been having all week. The difference here is that in this zone here, we were still closing bearish daily candles or doji candles on the daily, right? So we were either closing bearish or doji candles here, but now we've created a daily support. So this might be what we need to push price back up to maybe around 1858, 1860s before seeing this continue down and create a daily resistance, right? Because if we create a daily resistance, we can then further look for sells, and that's when I start getting interested in sells, because then I won't be selling the lows, right? So that's where it starts to get a little bit exciting, and I can start looking to basically not sell the lows, right? So that's that. Let's have a look at what we have on lower time frame here. So if you look at the lower time frame, 1 hour is creating supports. We need a 1 hour closure above this zone right here, right? So if you can manage to get I mean, that did close kind of, but I'm gonna say, yeah, technically that did close above. So let's see if that's a 30-minute resistance. Nope, 30-minute also did close above here. Yeah, this is interesting for sure right now. Let's have a look. And 15, is there resistance? Yeah, 15 created resistance, so I'd say you need a close above that resistance, which is kind of above these wicks here. What time is it? I'd prefer to see this next 1 hour close bullish here, and then you can look possibly to entertain buys here. Or if you want to try take buys a bit early, I think above 1845 will be an option here if you get this 15 candle closing, right? Can be an option for buys here on gold. 18 pips and then a potentially more. So I think that's what gold is looking like. But again, remember it's bank holiday, so you might only get a bit of London volume. Don't try to be a superhero today and just take it easy. Don't ruin your week on the first day of the week, right? So that's going to be important here. So yeah, that's basically my analysis. Let me bring out the chat here. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, let me know. If you agree with my analysis, let me know what you guys are looking at as well. Do you agree what I'm looking at? Are you looking at anything different? Be interesting to see. And yeah. The thing with gold here is you don't want to buy the highs of the range, right? You just don't want to buy the highs of the range. That has been proven to be the worst idea since last week. Worst idea, worst idea, worst idea, bad idea. And now whoever took these buys is again stuck in drawdown here. So you need to see structure hold on lower time frame, then continue up. That structure on lower time frame will give you the shot, in my opinion. Yes, gold, we have a potential to go up, just need gold to do a pullback. Yeah, essentially, we don't want to buy highs, essentially, on gold here. That's what, personally, I wouldn't want to buy highs, just based on what we've been seeing since last week. As for GJ here, we are continuing down pre-session, which a lot of people will be like, oh, let's take sells, take sells. This could be a good opportunity to end up taking buys here as well. Sells really do make sense maybe as we break these lows here, but again, we're in this kind of mid-range here, right? We're in this range, so it's a little bit messy. I just hope we don't do what happened in here. This is what I don't want to see. GJ bearish. I mean, you can argue, but I don't think it's as bearish as you think it is. I mean, if you look at this weekly candle, does this weekly candle look bearish? No. So potential this week, we're going up, right? Does this daily candle look bearish? No. So there's not really, we only have one 4-hour candle that's closing bearish here with a rejection wick, you know? And what's very important here is we respected this range here. See this 4-hour range here? We respected, we closed above. We didn't close back in the range. If this 4-hour closed back in this range, I could be more confident in taking sells here, but we respected this range. Only this 1-hour candle. And the 1-hour candle, if you look at this structure here, it's kind of creating a higher low here. So potentially any breaks above here, or if we start to see structure form in here above 161,500, potential buys, right? Like any closures above here. With volume, you should be able to push this 5 pip LTA here, and this resistance should not be an issue with volume, and you should be able to get to the top of the range if we're getting closures here. But we need. Please show the GJ chart again and run through it. I just gave a detailed breakdown analysis on GJ. I'm basically running through it as we go along, so you can basically understand what we're looking for. Problem is, if you're bearish for the day, where are you going to target, right? Your targets are all rejections. It's very hard to sell today. Very hard to sell. It's possible, but it's not something that I personally want to do on Sunday. And what I was explaining before is, look, we're at the top of the range. If you have so much time to sell, guys. Look, if sells are going to play out, You have a lot of time to sell. Don't worry about anything. See, this is the rejections I'm talking about. Why is it tough to sell? Because of this rejections. Shouldn't be selling so quick. Otherwise you get stuck in these rejections here. But yeah, you know, if we start closing above here, I want to see volume. If you don't want to get stuck in something like this is why I always tell you you need volume. Because if we take buys above here like this, and it's too early, and we're taking buys, and we take something like this, and our stop loss is here, 23 pip stop loss, and we target up here, maybe maximum target, something like this, maybe something all the way up here. But essentially your first target is here, and then eventually, you know, somewhere up here, let's say. What you don't want to happen is you don't want your trade to do this, reject, and then start playing in here, playing, and then London volume finally comes, and you're in drawdown, maybe it comes here. So we need to wait. We need to wait for more structure. Gold, is gold doing anything? We spoke about gold. We said we need closures above this range. We need to push out of this range here and hold support above here, because this is the failure. It never holds support above this range. It always tries to break out and rejects. So we need to hold support. How to check volume? That's a good question here. You need to be able to read the candles and also know what time it is. Volume is going to come pre-London. Now we're at my time here. It's 10:28 my time. London open is 12 p.m. my time, right? So for volume, what we need is we need to be trading very close or just after London, right? So volume might come in 11:55, volume might come in 12:15, 12:05, and we can see that when the candles start to move fast, right? Like here is volume. We can see how this candle closed on volume. You see this closure on volume, so you can expect the next candle to do some business. Here there's nothing closing on volume. This candle here, this candle closed on volume, we got some volume. This candle closed on volume, we got some volume. So use time and how candles are closing, right? Also, when you're watching the chart, you can see how slow these candles are moving. In the last 10 minutes we've been on the chart, price has moved 2 pips to the upside and 2 pips to the downside for the last 10-15 minutes. We're in the same place where we started in the beginning of the stream, right? Dubai has the best trading hours. Yeah, it's pretty relaxed. How do you mark exact key levels? What do you mean as in key levels? Is that a double top? Double top on gold? It's not it's a potential double top, but again, you're fighting trend. Everything's closing bullish, right? 4 hour close bullish. 1 hour is closing bullish, you know, so it's not a double top just yet. I wouldn't count this as a resistance, right? It's doing nothing. And remember, today's bank holiday. So this 15-minute has closed bullish here, which is interesting to see that rejecting this zone here. We want to see this maybe in the next hour come back down, respect this zone in here, reject and possibly take buys, or we wait for above here like this with volume. What time zone am I in? I'm in the Dubai time zone. So Dubai time zone is, let me have a think. Let's have a look. Dubai time zone is GST. It is GST. That's Dubai time zone. It's GST. We shall see. We shall see. We want massive lot Monday today. We want some heavy movement so we can take trades. Weekend is done. Time to get back to work. Oh, cool. You're in Dubai big time. Yes, sir. Dubai shit, Dubai whips, huh? That's how it is. That's how it is. Dubai is chill. It's posted up a lot on media to make it look like it is. I mean, there's a lot of wealth in this country for sure. It's kind of standard. A lot of people come here with wealth. A lot of people try to come here to become wealthy and fail. A lot of people come here and try to look wealthy. And also, you know, that you have to look. Love the tax laws in Dubai. Yeah, for sure. It has very positive tax laws here. It is really, yeah, it is good. Especially for trading, yeah, it's very good for Forex traders as you don't get taxed on your income. That's a huge benefit, I tell you what, you know. All good, man. Catch you later. What pair do I read at this time? This time I read the pairs that I plan to trade. So that's my plan on these, right? Is that the reason why I started these streams is because too many streamers out there are just giving you trades and you guys don't build confidence. Also, these streamers give you very basic trades, and the best trades are always taken off stream. You'll always notice the best trades are always taken off stream. So I want you guys to build confidence. So I give you the plan, we discuss the pairs, we discuss what I'm going to be doing, and then I close the stream and you guys have to take the trades and I will take the trades as well, and I'll share that. If I take the trades that we talked about, I'll share that in the group and you can see, and I'll share everything to be transparent, right? How long have I been trading? I've been trading on and off, I would say a total of 4 years, but seriously for like 3 years. Almost 3 years. I was in crypto before trading. So if you count crypto as trading, then yeah, it's been a while, but Forex trading in just full, probably like 2.5, 3 years. I'm still in crypto, but not like I was before. Like before I was trading it as well, and I was mostly investing. Now I just look to invest in it. I calculate my lot size based on what I'm comfortable to risk. So, and I make sure that what I'm comfortable risking is not more than 4% of my account, right? That's how I calculate lot size. So if I'm happy to risk $1,000, I will calculate my lot size to risk $1,000, right? That's how I do it. Yes, sir. Forex trading is where it's at. You just don't want to, once you learn consistency in trading, you don't have to essentially be risking 1%, 2%. It's not necessary. You can risk more because you have more consistency, right? And that's key. If you guys are enjoying the stream, appreciate all likes. My question is that in this time, which chart you open? I'm opening gold. I'm opening GJ. If someone wants me to, has a question about a pair, I'll discuss it with them, no problem. But the two pairs I trade is gold and GJ, so that's what I'm gonna look at, right? Watch how they're moving. Okay, this is interesting on gold here. 8 minutes till a closure. If we can close above, not just only close above, but create support above, this might look good to take buys here. You know, if we start getting volume early in the morning, yeah, sometimes I'll take positions on stream, right? That's definitely possible. But yeah, you guys better keep alert. I'm gonna be making a new content for the channel. There's gonna be new content for the channel. Definitely check out this week's video on counter trend trading. I think it's a very underrated video. A lot of people are skipping it, but trust me, it's underrated. What's my opinion on gold? I'm bullish on gold, but we need support above this zone here. Where my line is, I need to see support. Not only a closure, I need to see a closure and it respect this area and then continue. Because there's too many fake outs here, too many fake outs. I want to focus on two pairs to trade from London to New York session. What would you suggest? GU, GJ, EU, or AU? Personally, I like GJ, but if you want to look at a New York session, then GU might be more beneficial. You know, GJ is the best in London because London is where we'll get most volume on GJ. You can sometimes find moves in New York for sure, but I'd say London is better for GJ. Alright, this is what we're seeing on GJ here. We're trying to push up. I want to see this 4-hour flip bullish. And I don't want to see this close above here too early. It's too early for me to take a trade. And you guys, last week we had an opportunity to take a trade and people like, oh, why aren't you trading, Harry? Why aren't you trading? And then everyone got in big trouble because it did nothing. That's why we need, is there any indicator for the session? Yeah, you can use sessions. Just use sessions. It tells you what time London starts, right? So this was last London session. When we saw buys here, when we were here and people will remember last session, we're like, okay, to take sells here, it's very, very risky to take sells. It's too early. We reversed. And then here people were like, oh, buys, buys after news. Remember news came out and people were like, buys, buys. And I said, still too early. But you can see in London, late London, when we get the close inside London, we get the move, right? Look at last London session here. In the morning, too early. London session, you see these volume pushes. This was not the cleanest session. London, volume. We ranged pre-London here, you see? And then London, boom, volume came in. So if you guys are taking positions at this time in the morning, early, way before 1 hour and 20 minutes before London open. Say we take positions now with the closure above here. We have to hold stops wide, like this, and expect to hold a shit ton of drawdown. Like, don't be surprised if you find price here. And then later on, in London is where we get the big push, you know? So this is why, I mean, I don't want to take a position here on stream and then all of you guys, you know, you have to hold drawdown as, oh, this sucks, this sucks. You close the trade and loss, and then London comes and does this, and times and what to expect. Session volume profile indicator. You don't need session volume profile indicator. Volume comes close to London open. Volume comes, look at how the candles are moving. Are they moving fast? What is price doing? Is there big candles, small candles? You can see, look at the difference. Look at this candle, right? Look at this candle, right? And then look at these candles, you see? This tells you volume, smaller, smaller. See, smaller candle, smaller. Let's have a look at Bitcoin here while we're waiting for a little bit. For the people who trade Bitcoin, weekly candle. We have in-depth analysis in our Discord, so I'd recommend you look at that. The close is bullish. Daily rejection, but this is an interesting rejection here. 4 hour with a long wick tapping this zone here. And now trying to break up. Okay. Oh yeah, this simple day here, man. Any closures above here, support, boom, you're gonna take buys, right? Or pullbacks from here, create support above this zone to take buys. Somewhere in here. Just gonna go to the toilet, guys. Just give me 2 minutes. 2 minutes. I want to know about the session indicator you're referring for the session. I'm not sure the name, man. It's just called sessions. Sessions D. You know, just type in sessions. You know, they're all the same. They're all the same. All right, so 15-minute here, as you can see, as I was trying to adjust something here, 15-minute has not closed above the range, which means no potential trade here. All right, if no potential trade, that means we have to wait because we did not close above the range. As for gold as well, did not close above. Yeah, 30-minute also here. We have, that's the next possibility here to close above, you know. But gold is cooking something. Gold is cooking something, you know. It wants to break out badly. So we have to wait here. We have to wait. Okay, gold is trying to break out here. If you're gonna take an early trade, you want this 5-minute to close above this area here, these wicks. Once the 5-minute closes above these wicks, make sure it respects this zone. Like this. See a bottom wick maybe to here. And then you hold stops here or slightly lower to make sure it's respected to continue up. So this is looking good actually. I like this formation. I want to see us reject, come back down here, London, close to London, close above the zone, and we can take buys. That would be the plan. That would be the plan. I am the man with the plan, and that would be the plan. If you guys have any questions, please feel free. Don't be scared to ask. I'll answer your questions. Happy to answer your questions. That's a good question. Does the resistance to the left not scare me? No, it would do now. If we're trading at this time, it would scare me because I don't have volume. But if I have volume, you can see this is a clean candle here. So I know, okay, I can minimum get to this resistance. If we start rejecting this resistance heavy, I can say, oh, okay, fine. I can look to manage the trade if we start closing below here. But the idea is if you look at the higher time frame, like the 1 hour, right? If the 1 hour flips, this is not a resistance here. So if we're closing above here on lower time frame, the 1 hour should be able to continue here. And if you look at where that is, right, we can see on the 15-minute or something, we're getting back up. And that's more than enough. 11 pips, 16 pips, and then it's just up and up and up, right? So that's how I can manage it. But yeah, that is a good question. Because if we're going to continue up, if my analysis is priced to continue up, we expect these zones to be broken, right? Yeah, maybe it rejects. I have to hold some drawdown for some time, but maybe it doesn't, and you can't predict that. You can't predict exactly what price is going to do. What you can do is your analysis, and you trade based on your analysis. What's making you focus on this 15-minute range in GJ, and why did you choose this range specifically? Is it because the 4-hour range? The reason why I'm focusing on this 15-minute range is because it's all we have. The last thing I want to do is I don't want to be trading at this 4-hour resistance. I want to try get in early to trade to this 4-hour resistance here. I don't want to be trading at resistance, right? It's like buying at resistance on a 30-minute. It's a bad idea. So I want to be trading to that resistance, not at it. And at the same time, this is the only range we have here, right? So this is the only range we have. The deeper we pull back here, the more I can look for buys. I'm not really interested in sells here, even though sells could be a small option here, but really it's not really in my appetite, right? I don't really need to take sells at the moment because, as I said, we have if this is going to break down, we have so much space to sell. So it's not really a sweat, right? You don't need to be the first person in the move. Once you start risking more per trade, once you start trading in a sensible way, there's no reason to be forcing trades, right? There's no reason to be forcing trades. So all we have to do is wait for structure. On this 30-minute close here, did not even close below here. So this is just gambling if you're taking sells like this, right? 1 hour is you're selling a support. Support was made on the 1 hour. No instance to take a sell just yet, right? Gold is again trying to break up here. It's really trying its best. It's trying so hard, gold. Really trying hard. But we need to get above these wicks. These wicks is now a rejection zone. GJ is pushing down heavy now. I wonder, did anyone take sells? Did anyone take sells on this 30-minute close? Wish you all the best of luck. Thank you very much. Who took sells on this 30-minute close? There's an option, but I don't need to take it. You don't have to take every move. If I was trading like a 0.1 lot, a 0.5 lot, yeah, no problem. I'll take all the moves because it doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter if you're losing 10, 20 bucks. You can handle it, right? Or 10 bucks. It doesn't matter. But if you're trading using $1,000, $800, $500, you can't be just taking random moves just to get a move. 2-3 good trades a week is enough, right? If you're risking $1,000 or $500 a trade and you make 3 good trades a week, that's $1,500 a week. If you're risking even more, like $1,000, that's $3,000 a week. If you're risking even more, then it starts to get really, really big, right? So you don't need to push. You don't need to push this counter trend move. Because this is what I want to see. I want to see this zone respected. I want to see here price respect this zone. I want to see it not close below this zone. If I see a closure below here and we pull up like this pre-London, then I will consider sells from here. This is where my sells will come. My sells don't have to come from here. Because this will prove to me that we can break the 4-hour low, right? This is what keeps you safe. This is what keeps you safe long term. Are you funded? No, I'm self-funded. I am self-funded. I run my own account, and yes. So gold again rejected, and this is keeping us safe because we're having no closures above. And it's expected bank holiday today, US bank holiday, not doing too much, just kind of chilling. While GJ here is also rejecting now. You see that rejection? If you took sells, you've already lost. 5 pips. Haha, self-funded, hooray. Yes, self-funded indeed. I prefer self-funding. I think it's a lot better long term. How did I get the funds to trade with? In crypto, man. I got funds from crypto that I built with trading, and then just trading itself, you build your funds. And yeah, that's how I got my funds to because that's how I started in the game, right? I went and I invested heavy in crypto. After investing heavy in crypto, then I kind of withdrew some money. And then I got into trading, right? Then I found Forex and all of that good stuff. Gold still ranging, man. Gold rejecting, keeping us safe by having my magical line. If maybe I deleted my line, we would go up. But until that line gets broken above and we hold above that, there's no buys on gold. I always say, if you want to get funded trading, I just don't want to be funded because I know how funding companies work. I have a video on my channel that you guys should check out about. Yeah, exactly. This is what I'm going to explain now. So I have a video on my channel explaining how funding companies work. They don't always use funds. They don't always use real funds. That's what you guys have to understand. And also the problem with funding companies is I don't want to go through the verification process when I can just trade myself. It's a lot stress free. If I don't want to trade today, I don't have to trade today. I don't have profit targets. I don't have to worry about profit split. I don't have to worry about withdrawals. I don't have to worry about much, right? Passing it, paying for the challenge. It's all, I just trade my own funds. I can manage it the way I want to manage. I can risk more. I can risk less. A lot easier. Alright, so 1 minute till this candle close. We can see this candle close with a long rejection here. Well, potential long rejection here. So what I would like, 30-minute is closing kind of with a rejection here. And the 1 hour here is also closing bearish. So that's very interesting. What I would like to see is I'd either like to see a 30-minute close or minimum a 15-minute close above this zone. If we see a close above that zone, I think we should be good. We should be good to go. I'm late again. You're all good, man. You're all good. But yeah, if we see a close above that zone, it should be good. But this is what I mean. Don't be jumping into sells. It's not the best idea. This is a rejection zone, right? If this is a rejection zone, not the best idea to jump into sells at the moment. So we have potential buys above that zone, right? If we can get the closure. As for gold, is gold still trying? Gold is still trying. Gold is pushing as hard as it can to get a closure above that zone. Alright, so 1 hour opened, no top wick here. So I do expect it to make a top wick, hopefully. It does make sense. And yeah, we shall see, we shall see. We shall see if we can, that's why I'm looking for sells below here, if minimum. But if we can respect this zone, which I'm planning, my primary bias today is buys. I rather take buys today. That is my bias. I'm looking for buys, right? And if we can respect anywhere in here and start to close above here, I will be happy to probably try attempt buys, but I'll hold stops a little bit wider with more of a higher time frame outlook, right? Good morning. Morning, Samuel. But don't forget, guys, all the trades that we discuss here, when taken, they're going to be shared in the group down below. So be sure to join the Telegram. You can ask me questions about the trade, ask if I agree with it, ask if I don't agree with the trade. So you can join that. That is like a safe community. Not all of this BS online, trying to sell you signals. None of that. We're here to improve, and you can definitely check out that, right? That is the goal. And it's free, of course. It's just the Telegram, and the Discord is the same, but some people prefer Discord like me. And some people like Telegram. I prefer Discord, of course. Gold hourly close. Yeah, that's a good point. Thanks for pointing that out. Yes, that's a very good point. We did close above, so pretty much the safest option will be to see an hourly close back above this zone here, right? That would be the safest option, but very well spotted. Thanks for pointing that out. And yeah, that's definitely a good point. All right, top wick is made here. Now we have to wait and see if this zone is respected and wait for a close above to potentially see buys. I appreciate all of you guys joining. It's always a pleasure having you on the streams. I hope to see you guys often, and we can kind of smash this and push out this new form of streaming where you stream pre-session, you make the plan, and you guys have to build the confidence to take the trades, because that's what I want. I want you guys to take to have the confidence to take trades, right? Am I using Owanda because there's a long bullish candle in Forex? We can check another one. No, Forex looks the same, bro. If you're looking at maybe GJ, no, GJ looks the same on all other brokers as well. Right? Yeah, GJ is the same on other brokers. View count increased. Yeah, hopefully we start pushing this, man. I enjoyed to see people here. I'm glad people are finding this stream. You know? Will we hit the goal? 100 viewers by the end of the month. Look, 15-minute time frame. Always learning something new. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, I'll have a look. 15-minute time frame. Not sure what you're seeing, man. Forex.com. Which one are you looking at, man? It looks fine to me. Looks the same. See? $160,800. No, 160. Yeah, there are potential buys there. I think that's the safest buys if you wait for that. But for me, I'm even looking to try getting a bit earlier, right? 161,500. So let's see if in 9 minutes we can close above this zone here. Do I trade US 30 also? No, I don't trade US 30, but I do look at it on stream because a lot of people trade it here. So a lot of people trade it, but I trade London session mostly, so I don't really look. But US 30, that's pretty messy. That's very messy. But rejecting the bottom of this range, 4-hour candles are messy. Maybe some sort of retest to bounce up like this or above the highs. I'd probably expect that, but we're in a very messy range here. Not really the best place to trade. Not the best place to trade. Is it too late buying GG? I wouldn't buy at 700. 700, you're buying at 4-hour resistance. Very dangerous to buy at this resistance here. You see? This 700 is a 4-hour resistance. You don't want to be buying at resistance. You want to be buying to resistance, not at resistance. See if we can get a close above here. I need a strong close above this zone here. But remember, we're taking this trade. If I do take this trade, it's very early, right? So I'll hold stops pretty wide. Bigger target. And I don't mind holding drawdown. I don't mind holding drawdown in that trade. Where would you place 166.2? Yeah, 166.2 is the safest stop. Hit the like button for US 30. Messi better than Ronaldo. Yes, sir. Hey, listen, I'm happy. I don't mind Messi, Ronaldo. You said hit the like button, so both ways I win, right? Now everyone will dislike. Thanks to your comment. I'm looking to trade between a range, right? That's what I'm looking to trade, between a range. This is London trading. How much do you need to trade with your own money? You can trade with $1,000, 2,000, 10,000, 50,000, or 100,000. Whatever you're comfortable and whatever you can afford. You know, build it up. Whatever you're comfortable and whatever you can afford. You have to build it up. Thanks, Joey. Thanks. Appreciate you showing up. Lively streamer compared to others. Keep it up. Yeah, we like to keep it lively, man. We like to keep it when the chat's rolling, when people are talking. I enjoy it, man. Especially first thing in the morning. You guys need to come with a positive energy to the markets. We want to enjoy what we do. We don't want to be nervous in the chart, scared to lose money. We want to be confident in our plan. We want to set a plan, and that's what we're here to do. I'm here on the streams to help you guys make a plan so that when it comes to actually taking a trade, we're confident and we trust our plan. Because if you watch these other streamers and they tell you, okay, we're taking buys above here, sells below here, and then they sit there, they wait, they answer some questions on the thing, and then they take the buys, but their stop loss is like 29, 30 pips and stuff like this, or it's very basic entries. Like this entry I'm discussing here, I doubt any streamer would be looking. Most streamers will be looking for buys above 161, 700 and sells below 161, 280 or something like that, right? But to be able to find positions in this zone is showing you how you can look to trade in better ways, right? What strat did I use in trading crypto before? I would use price action, but remember, when crypto was trading bullish, I was in crypto when we were in the bull run, right? So I was in crypto back in this time here, right? This is when I was trading crypto back in these times here. So it was very simple, right? All you had to do is buy and eventually you would go in profits. Green candle closes bullish, press buy, you go up. Closes bullish, press buy. So it became quite easy. So glad to have found you. Welcome, welcome. I appreciate it. Gold closing above resistance. Yes, it is actually. It's very close to 34 seconds. This might be the candle after this liquidity grab. I think you could potentially take buys on this candle here. This looks like a good candle here. You just need to make sure that this 5 minute does not close back in the range. You can see every single 5 minute here has closed back in the range, but I like the way this is closing. Breaking the highs can potentially be an option here. Yeah, I like the way this is closing. This candle could be an option here for long. How big are stops? You'd have to run stops here, 24 pip stops. Your target would be this resistance maximum here, probably something like a 20 pip target, 1 to 1. Yeah, opened, no top wick. As it breaks the high, that should be a good option here. Should be a good option. See what GJ, did GJ close above? GJ didn't close above here, so GJ is a no trade. But for gold, we have closed above here. We're about to break the high, right? So yeah, this would be you triggered into the trade here. Anything closing back in this range, like this, you would basically close the trade, right? It is bank holiday. So you have to remember that. It is bank holiday. So if anything closed back in the range, you would have to close the trade here. And that's how it would basically work. GJ, confident buy above 500. Let's have a look. Yes, but I need the closure. I need the 15 minute to close above. If the 15-minute closes above, that's good. As for gold, this is where it needs to respect. Remember what I was saying, needs to respect this now. If it closes back in the range, that is not good. If not, it should continue up. I don't see any issue here. There should be no issues for gold to continue up. And yeah, you guys know the plan. GJ is moving up now. Yeah, it's trying to. But I need a closure. Closure is important here. Closure is important. GBPUSD is up. Yes, indeed. So yeah, guys, you know the plan now. Now you guys have to build the confidence and execute on this plan. If you guys took gold buys, it should be okay, your gold buys. You just need to be patient with them. If anything closes back in the range on gold, look to manage that position. But otherwise, it should be okay position. As for GJ, we're waiting for the close. And yeah, that's basically the plan. Now you have to execute on the plan. And yeah, with that being said, guys, I'll catch you guys on the next stream, which is tomorrow. Hope to see you guys show up. We'll discuss more plans, discuss more trades. And you guys have to build the confidence to take the trades. If you guys have taken any trades, I will share those trades in the, basically in the group, right? I will share my trades in the group. So make sure to check that out as well, right? So yeah, that's pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoyed today's stream.